Today is one of the very rare days where it is the perfect time to buy, but also the perfect time to sell. I know that doesn't make much sense, but I'll explain in a second. But we've got a Premier League TOTS pack. I really think this is going to be the best odds to actually get something worth more than 100K right now, because a lot of the team of the seasons that are out are worth less than 50K, but not all that many of the Premier League TOTS are worth less than 50K. Other than, there are a few. Milankovic is obviously one of them. Chris Wood is another. But hey, we might get Chris Wood. That's exactly who we're going to get. And quite frankly, I don't even know why I thought I was going to get something better than Chris Wood. Because even though he's one of maybe only 3 of the team of the seasons that don't go for anything, he's going to slot very nicely into my club of fodder team of the season cards, because that's seemingly all I can pack this year. Let's rip an 82 plus times 7. Maybe we'll get another blue. Of course we won't. Let's hop into today's video where we're talking about investments and making coins, because the market always treats us right. Do you guys need coins in FC25 Ultimate Team? Well, U7Buy has you covered. It's cheap, it's fast, and it's safe with 24/7 online customer support. Even big creators use it, and it has over 40,000 positive reviews. Make sure to use my link down in the description and use code NITRO for an extra 8% at checkout. And on top of all of that, you'll get a 19% newcomers coins bonus. I have so many investments for you guys today. I'm going to go through all of them here in a moment. But first, let's talk about why we're buying today, because we did buy this card Chowie last week on Thursday after Rivals Rewards. This card for 64K, 65,000 coins, all across the board, about 65,000 coins. And as you can see by the graphs of Karchawi and all of the other team of the seasons from last week, they've all pretty much gone up in price. We picked them up right there. As you can see, Karchawi did go a little bit lower during the panic of the new team of the season on Friday content release, but was also pretty low during Thursday's Rival Rewards. We sniped for about 65K, 64K anyway, which was the very lowest that card got over the course of the last, since it's existed, but has gradually risen in price continuously over the course of the last few days, and now is over 100,000 coins. After tax, we're making over 30,000 coins per card on that card Chowie, and that is not the only card we invested in. We picked up a couple of Tolisos, all of these cards for about 30K and less, 28,000 coins, and Gesand for 89,000 coins and less on those cards. And taking a look at the Ligue 1 team of the season, the exact same thing. Gesand is flown up to 125K, and Tolisso is over 40,000 coins. Huge profit on every single card. But take a look at this Gesand, because we picked him up right here for about 88,000 coins, right after Division Rival Rewards. But that wasn't his lowest point, because he went even lower into the panic of the next team of the season, which was, of course, the Premier League TOTS, which we're investing in today. I'm going to show you the cards that I've gone for right now, because there's some cards on here that I think very good prices. 42K might be a little bit much on Saka, because we've picked him up for a little bit less, but take a look at how many Saka cards we have. We've got pages and pages and pages of him, because I think he's one of the best investments. He reminds me of that Karchawi or Savava investment from last week, and we got him for only about 37, 36, not bad prices. I think we paid up to about 40,000 coins on this card, but anywhere in that range, maybe an average price of 38 or 39K, which is already profit if we were to sell for like 42,500, but we're not going to sell. And he might even go lower tomorrow with the hype of the new team of the season. But the next team of the season is Bundesliga, and I just can't imagine that many people are saving their packs for Bundesliga. Let me know down in the comments. Have you saved packs for Bundesliga specifically? Probably not, but let me know if you have. I think most people that are saving their packs at this point are saving for either La Liga or Ultimate TOTS at this point, if they didn't rip during Premier League. The problem is Premier League TOTS did not live up to the hype, and that's why a lot of those cards I think did recover very quickly. If this Bundesliga team of the season was absolutely cracked, maybe these cards don't rise as much this week. But Saka is one of my favorites. Let's get into some of the other cards that I've invested in. I've invested in Matt Callister. He's 110 right now. I got for about 100 or less. If you can get him for like 104 or less, in my opinion, that's a pretty good deal on him. That's a card that I've gone for. I think Bruno Fernandes is very similar to Saka. I think that Saka just got supplied more, so he dropped more. Take a look at this graph from Bruno Fernandes. This card went from about 50, 55K down to about 44, 42 right there. Whereas the Saka dropped more because he's lower rated, so there was more supply during division rival rewards. But this card went from 62,000 coins down to like 41. And so that's why I went with Saka instead, because he dropped even more during the supply. But those aren't the only investments, guys. I'm telling you, there's so many options to go for. The other long-term investment I love is Mats Sells. This is a goalkeeper that's super usable, and he's only 17K. Just the value in him means people are going to pick him up, casually use him for a little bit. This will fill a lot of budget squads and a lot of casual teams. I think this is a card that is honestly going to gradually go up for probably an entire month. And at 16K, there's really just not any risk at all with that card. Looking at the bench, there might be a couple other options down there on the bottom. Definitely not bad shouts right there. But those are definitely my favorites from this team. But we've also got some from EFL. I would focus on cards that have 4 playstyle plus. Tanaka is a little bit more expensive than I would suggest. Maybe if you can get this card for $1 million or less, I would go for it maybe, but at 1.1, I'm just not feeling that price right there. But he does have 4 playstyle plus, and he's pretty cracked, so that's why I kind of wanted to turn your attention to him. Take a look at last week's cards that had 4 playstyle plus, like Claudio Mateo, 940,000 coins. This card has been on a just upward spiral ever since going out of packs. 630K while in packs, and has only been flying up. And she has 4 playstyle plus. There's a few more in WSL. Right here you have Kaja Shah. Could be similar to that Mateo, and getting to a pretty similar price as well. But you also have this card right here, Nuskin. 40K. Maybe try to get for like 36 or less, but 4 playstyle pluses on that card, and can play center mid or CDM. Probably not going to play that at center back, but not bad stats. 84 plus on everything. Just a decent card all around. 5-star weak foot, and she's got the Anticipate and Bruiser, which are like the 2 best defensive stats. Long ball and technical are solid for any center mid. I don't see a world where this card drops in price too much. Like 4 playstyle pluses on a midfielder is pretty rare still, and you're getting it for less than 40,000 coins. So those are probably my favorite investments from the current team, but it doesn't mean that other cards won't work. In fact, some of the cards that are even more expensive in this squad, like Erling Haaland could work, Gabriel could work, but there's just a little bit more risk on those cards because the tax is higher, and so you have to see that card rise a ton before you're even making profit. Like a card like Gabriel needs to go from 822,000 coins to about 870K before you're even making any profit. So that's the reason I'm kind of sticking with more low to medium budget on these cards. Bundesliga TOTS is on its way tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't have the full team for you yet. That'll probably get leaked on Twitter in the next couple hours. I'll retweet it at nitrofooty. But we do have some SBCs like Kim Min-jae on his way. Could be a decent card. This card, I mean, it's got good enough stats, but it's nothing that like just takes over the game for you. I feel like this team of the season has been completely underwhelming in terms of SBCs. Like, these are cards that are good, but it's just like, I want a card that is transforming my team, not a card that's just replacing another one that is basically just as good. And that's basically all this promo has been so far. But Kim Min-jae is on its way. At least he does have that Anticipate and 3 defensive play styles with okay stats. Then we've got Xavi Simons on his way. This is actually a decent card. This could actually make my squad. And with the Incisive Pass and Finesse Shot Plus, those are 2 of the most important play styles for me. I got to get better at doing the low driven, but it is a good play style. Pretty solid stats there for a center attacking mid. 95 pace, 95 dribbling. Good stats all across the board. And then we are also going to get the Turkish League dropping tomorrow, as well as the Frauen Bundesliga. And so we're going to have those 3 leagues as the promo tomorrow. But Gabriel Sara and Yilmaz coming via SBCs or objectives. These look more like objective cards. We've seen this every week where there's a couple of these cards in objectives, and you can get them pretty easily just by playing a few games. These cards don't look very usable. They don't look great at all, but they will help us with these Team of the Season trade-ins, which we've gotten, or just any upgrade that needs a Team of the Week or a Team of the Season requirement will be good there. But even though we don't have the leaks, there are some predictions of Team of the Season for Bundesliga. I think it'll probably look something like this as well. I hope Schlotterbeck does get into the team. I think he deserves it, but definitely could be Upamecano in Ta, Davies in Frimpong, Kimmich, Musiala, Wirtz. Schick is quite the shout. Honestly, I don't hate it. He is super clutch, but people like Burkhardt probably deserve it a little bit more just for this year. Harry Kane and Guirassy probably both getting into this team. So Bundesliga Team of the Season should look something along those lines, but we also get to vote on La Liga's Team of the Season now. So let's go ahead and see who's going to get into this team. We're going to go ahead and throw Rafinha into this, absolutely. I don't imagine they're going to do a promo without Mbappe in the team, and then Lamine Yamal probably over on the right, which is tough to leave off Vinicius Jr., but I think you kind of have to. Like, absolutely stacked choices for the attack. Lewandowski getting left off, Vinicius Jr. getting left off right there. But I do believe that this is probably going to be the front 3 right there. Then we move into the midfield. I haven't watched every game of La Liga like I do with Bundesliga or keep up with Premier League, with, Fantasy Premier League. So maybe these shouts aren't going to be great. So please feel free to roast me in the comments for these choices. But I am going to go Pedri, Bellingham, and I was thinking Isco. He's been good for Real Betis. Has he been good enough? I don't know. I genuinely do not know if he's been good enough. Nico Williams would be cool. He's basically another forward to add to the team, and I wouldn't mind it at all. You know what? Let's stack this Team of the Season. We're going Nico Williams. Most of what I've watched him play was during Euros with Spain. I didn't even really watch him with Bilbao at all. Maybe he's not been good, but he's going to go into my team. We'll put Pedri as a little bit deeper right there. It makes a little bit more sense for him to be there. Then on defense, let's go for Pau Cubarsí. I think he's been quite good. Balde is probably going to be the left back. You guys are going to think I'm a Barcelona fan, but to be fair, they are going to win the league, so they probably will have the most players. Rudiger can go into that spot, and then Mingueza or Koundé. I mean, it's probably going to be Koundé. And then goalkeeper, we're going to go, it's got to be, he's the best goalkeeper the last few years. Even if he hasn't been perfect this year, he's still been very good. Courtois is going to be the goalkeeper. That's actually a pretty sick squad. I'm not going to lie. I like that team a lot. I'd get pretty hyped up if this was something like what it will look like. I would actually rip a lot of packs for this. So let's go ahead and submit our vote for La Liga Team of the Season, fellas. But before we go and end today's video, first, you've got to drop a like on it. Second, we've actually got a guaranteed League unpack that we got out of Objective, so I want to rip that and maybe a couple more before we end today. League on Arkema Premier League Team of the Season player pack. So guaranteed tots. It looks like one of the men's players, French Cam. Don't know who this is. I actually do not know. I can't remember. Marseille. Who is this? 3 play styles. Rabiot. He is one of the cheaper ones, but that's okay, I guess. It's not gonna take a lot to honestly impress me. I haven't packed a single good Team of the Season yet during this promo. Now I do have nearly 600 packs still saved, and it's kind of like I don't know if I want to rip all of them during this promo. We obviously have to rip cards or packs like this. I don't know how we just opened an 84 plus times 5 from the exact leagues that are Team of the Season right now. I got 185 and 4 84s. That is absolutely a summary of what my pack luck has been like this week. If your pack luck's any better, drop what you have packed this week or just your best player down below. Let me know what you're getting in these packs because never mind, we're getting something big. It's going to be great. Emi Martinez, is he a TOTS? Oh, I didn't even know he was a team of the season. Oh, he's not. Nice. All right. I should have known he's not a team of the season. We were just talking about Matt Sells, who is the EPL team of the season. This card, I mean, let's just, we know it doesn't go for anything, right? So let's just go ahead and send that into the club. You'll go into some sort of TOTS trade-in for me or SBC very, very soon, Mr. Allen. One more big pack before we end today. I'm gonna rip a big one, like a real... I'm not going to rip that one. That's too big. That's what she said. All right, 85 plus times 10. All right, that is brutal. A brutal way to end it. But we do pack the greatest player of all time to finish off today's video. So drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.